Long ago, in a small peaceful village, there lived an old man who led a simple and quiet life. He had no land, nor much wealth like others. His most precious possession was a magnificent white horse. Its snowy coat, noble posture, and shining eyes made anyone who saw it marvel in admiration. Word of the horse spread far beyond the village, and many wealthy merchants came, offering large sums of money to buy it. Yet every time, the old man refused. He gently said, "This horse is not for sale. It is not just an animal, but my companion, my family." The villagers shook their heads. They thought he was foolish, for selling the horse could bring him a lifetime of comfort. But the old man stood firm, believing that money could buy many things, but never the peace of one's soul. One morning as the sun rose, the village was stirred by startling news. The white horse had vanished. Its stable was empty, leaving no trace behind. Villagers rushed over, sighing and blaming the old man. What misfortune! If only you had sold it, you would not have lost everything. Some even said it was punishment for being too stubborn. Amid their chatter, the old man calmly replied, "Perhaps it is bad, perhaps not. Who can say for sure?" The villagers were baffled. To them, losing the horse was clearly a disaster. But the old man believed every event had its reason, and that labeling it too quickly as good or bad only clouded the truth. 3 days later, something unexpected happened. The white horse returned, and with it came 3 wild horses from the mountains. Strong, majestic, and untamed, they stunned everyone who saw them. The village erupted in excitement. "What luck! You lost one and now have 4. This is surely heaven's reward." But the old man only smiled and said, "Perhaps it is good, perhaps not. Who can know what comes next?" Again, his calm words puzzled them. To the villagers, joy was obvious. Why was he not rejoicing? Yet the old man understood that happiness and sorrow are but passing moments, and nothing is ever final. From then on, his humble home grew livelier. His son, a strong and eager young man, began to tame the wild horses. He believed that if successful, they would bring pride to the family and to the entire village. Day after day, he worked tirelessly, patient and determined. But one fateful afternoon, while riding one of the wild horses, it suddenly bucked fiercely. The young man was thrown to the ground and broke his leg badly. His cries drew the villagers, who shook their heads in pity. "What misfortune! The horse that seemed a blessing has brought disaster. Your only son, your support, is now crippled." Yet the old man remained calm. "Perhaps it is misfortune, perhaps not. We cannot see the whole picture. Sometimes the path to good passes through pain." The villagers sighed, unable to understand. To them, this was clearly a tragedy. Weeks later, war broke out. Soldiers marched into the village, beating their drums and announcing that all able-bodied young men were to be taken to the battlefield. The air filled with weeping. Mothers clung to their sons, fathers gave desperate farewells, knowing many would never return. But the old man's son was spared, for his broken leg made him unfit to fight. What once seemed a cruel fate had become his salvation. The villagers were stunned. They remembered how they had mocked the old man, and now they whispered with awe, "You were right. What we thought was loss has turned out to be protection." The old man smiled gently and said, "Life is always woven with fortune and misfortune, joy and sorrow. Everything has its reason, though we may not see it right away."